Okay, we got a question here from Rock Sable. He says, first off, I really sympathize with your experiences, right? I watched your story video and how you learned through anime, because I've had the same experiences, right? I wanted to learn through anime, because of anime, and I really got into the culture and the language and all that. And he says, you know what, I remember in that video you mentioned that you said you had transcripts, which you took and you turned into the 300 most common words list, which is like semi-famous now, right? And he said, you know, I wanted to do the same thing, right? I was thinking about using that method, right? Because I'm going to Japan in a few months, he said. Going there, I think about using that method for a little bit and then going to Japan and learning the rest there. However, I looked online and I couldn't find anything, right? And specific, I was looking through for some Dragon Ball Z transcripts that I can use to make my own list here. Could you point me in the right direction? Thank you very much, he says. So, first of all, he's referring to my video, right? I use this, I don't know if you know about this, you probably watched the video already, but it's a big long document that I got off of a blog somewhere. This is where I got mine, right? I got my transcript. It's just basically someone typed up the whole Naruto manga, like in letters, right? And it wasn't Romaji. Like he says, I think it's Romaji, it's not Romaji. He did not do that. That's not the way they speak. He typed it up in regular kanji and katakana. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. I took it off his blog, right? And I stole it. And his blog got deleted really quickly. I don't know why. This was like 10 years ago. But anyway, I was super lucky to get it. Got it. And then I put it in the word frequency analysis and I got the most common words, right? Got 300 of the most common words in all of Naruto, in all of casual speech, basically, right? I took out some of the useless words, like ninja was like maybe number 20. I don't know. I'm like, you know, we don't need that. So, you know, some of that stuff. But I got this big list. And he wants that because he says that's a really good method, because you can learn the most common stuff. Then you know like a big percentage of Japanese. You're going to learn the same words anyway, right? Why not learn the most common word as opposed to the 10,000th most common word? You're using the same amount of time to learn each word. Why not you learn the word that's going to give you the most bang for your buck, right? And that's a good method. So anyway, he says, yeah, can you point me in the right direction? And yeah, sure. So this video, I'm going to point you in the right direction. I'm going to do you one better though, because I get this question a lot. I'm going to give you my secret sauce. Right? I'm going to do what McDonald's doesn't do. Right? Because I get this question so much every day, literally. I'm not kidding. On my YouTube messages, in my email, on Blogger, on my website. They even sometimes get my Skype account, and I don't know how they got it. And they get me in there. You have the 300, I want the 300 most common words list. I get that a lot. And I always tell them no, because it's part of a course that I made. You know, it's like 6, 5, 7, I don't know, many years way back. I made a course. That was the basis of the class, right? I taught those words, a bunch of videos and audios and stuff, right? I used that, so I sold it. Now I can't give it away for free, because the people who bought it for money is gonna be like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? It's kind of shitty to sell it to somebody and give it to somebody for free. It's kind of bullshit. It's kind of an asshole move. So anyway, I can't give it away for free. So I'm gonna tell you how to do it. I'm gonna tell you how to make the whole thing. How about that? Does that sound good? You can make your own. However, you're gonna have to spend some time. It's not easy. It's not a simple task. That's why I'm able to sell it, right? Because I did the work for you. But if you want to do your own, you're gonna have to spend some time. So that's how the world works, right? You have to spend money or spend time. Which one do you have, right? So anyway, here's how I did it. It's very simple. You got to get yourself some transcripts. Boom, you have to get it. You can't get Romaji because they don't make them. There's a lot of places you get them on the internet. You're gonna have to do some searching. Some of it's illegal, some of it's not, some of it's legal. Mine was, the one I got was originally, it was illegal for him to post. So that's why it got taken down, right? So there's some websites. I think there's one website that one of my students posted the other day on one of my forums. I think it was like Kitsune Nekko. I think that's what it was. Kitsune Nekko. Look that up, kitsunenekko.net. And they've got subtitles for hundreds of animes. Right? There you go. There's one big resource. Boom, you got a bunch of transcripts. So you got your transcripts. What do you do with them now? Well, now you stick them in. There's two things you can do, and I recommend to do both ways, because you're a beginner, right? I recommend you can translate them with a Romaji translator. They have these online. I use romaji.org. I don't know if they exist anymore. There's probably some other Romajis. You translate the whole thing. It's got to be a big document. You're not going to get a good sample size from a small list. Big document. Get a bunch of stuff in there. Put it in there. Translate it into Romaji so you can understand it, right? Because if you don't know kanji, it's going to be useless to you, right? So translate Romaji, then word frequency analysis. There's lots of free softwares on the internet. All this stuff is free, by the way, right? I feel like I'm telling you my secret. It's not a secret at all. It's all public resource, right? Get the public subfiles, get the public Romaji software, It's on the internet. Get the public free word frequency analysis software, right? They're all on the internet. There's websites. Just search it in Google, right? You'll find it, plug it in there, and they'll just rank all the words for you. Everything that appears in that document, they'll rank it from top to bottom, which one appears the most. And there you go, you're done. Yay, perfect, right? Not so much, because one, if you translate it in the Romaji, you're gonna have problems with the same sound word and different kanji, right? So that's why I'm gonna ask you to make another file without translating the Romaji and do it with just the Japanese versions, right? You're also gonna have discrepancies there, because sometimes it can't distinguish between kanjis and the whole word, right? It'll separate the kanjis from, and you're gonna have some discrepancies. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to get the big two lists, and you're gonna have to compare each first word. Okay, this is different from this one. This one's and then get a dictionary out and type what that means. Get the kanji and get the Romaji version of what they thought was first, and delete the bullshit words, which are like show specific words, right? So if it's a list from Naruto, probably one of the first words are going to be ninja, right? It's not a useful word for you, probably. Maybe it is. Maybe if you're going to be a ninja one day, right? So you know what? So that's the whole process. It's very, very simple, but it takes a lot of time, right? That's why I hire people to do this. I've got a lot of different words, most common word lists now, not just the original Naruto one. I've hired people to type out all of One Piece manga, the whole manga. Hired this kid in college from Japanese. I said, here you go. Here's $100, type the whole thing out. Boom, he typed it out for me. So now I did the same thing with that. I've gotten stuff from other shows, right? I've gotten some newspaper ones, right? Because the newspaper one, I think it's free. You can find that online. The most common words in all of newspapers in Japan, right? There's a lot of different things that I've done now, but I don't usually do it anymore because I like to do nothing, which is because I'm lazy, right? So anyway, that's the whole sauce, man. That's the whole thing. Go make a word frequency chart to your heart's desire. Now you can officially you can go ahead and make your own list, start your own YouTube channel, Japanese through Anime2, and upsurp me. So have fun with that. I wish you the best of luck. All right, bye.